Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today you find us at Nothe Fort. We're going to show you all around and show you some of our favourite parts. But before that, let's play the intro. Nothe Fort was built back in 1869 to protect Portland Harbour, an important base for the Royal Navy. During the Second World War, it was used as a central anti-aircraft ammunition depot for the southwest. It was abandoned in 1956 and fell derelict until it was fully restored and opened as a museum in 1980 by the Weymouth Civic Society. So far, it has welcomed over 2 million visitors, with more than 70 volunteers assisting in the running of this incredible museum.
Ooh. It's a wind that is.
Well, I don't know, it says bang, get in the shelter.
I think I might leave this shelter, isn't it?
It's more dangerous, isn't it? Okay, before telephones, they still had to send messages, and they used to use semaphore, which was sending messages using flags. So I'm going to spell out my name using these. All right, here we go then. So we've got A, N, D, Y.
So torpedoes were a big part of Weymouth and Portland because they were trialled here back in the 1870s for the very first time. So the inventor of the torpedo, Robert Whitehead, he actually set up a torpedo factory here about a mile from Nothe Fort, and torpedoes were produced there until the end of the Second World War. Food in the Victorian Army was awful. Until 1887, the daily ration was 1 pound of bread, 3/4 pound of meat, including the bones. And the meat was boiled for 2 to 3 hours because the men lacked cooking skills and equipment. So here they've got a sniff the past. So they've got a couple of little bits where you can smell what the food was like. So should we have a go? It says, this is boiled meat and potatoes. It smells more burnt than anything. Should we go and check out the other one over here? Oh dear, this one's not food. This is the air quality with boot polish tobacco smoke. So this is all the smells that you would get inside the rooms. Oh, yeah, that's quite rank.
Right, whilst looking round, we are looking for all the hidden mice, and this one definitely stands out. Throughout the fort there are over 200 of these little mice hidden. So when you do arrive, get yourself over to the mouse desk Buy yourself a pencil and a notepad, and when you're walking around the fort, look out for as many of these guys as you can. When you leave Nothe Fort, go back to the mouse desk and there are certificates for finding the mice.
So I found another sniff the past. This one, it says the ventilation openings above would have helped remove the lingering stink of gun smoke. Oh, wow. That's smoky.
Now here at Nothe Fort, you are actually able to fire one of these. Now I know that sounds impossible, but apparently you can load a shell into here and fire it, so let's do exactly that. Now they're not quite the rockets and shells that they probably fired back in the day. Well,
I think that can do some serious damage.
get that all the way down there. Now put your fingers in your ears because we're not sure how loud this is. But there's a boat there and let's fire it. Ready? Fire! About 10.
Ready to fire. Bang, bang.
Bang, bang, bang.
Well, you didn't think I was going to let Andy get away with not putting the costume on himself, but he couldn't fit his arms in it because it's kind of designed for children, really.
We're children.
Definitely children at heart, that's for sure. Should we have a look what you can see through there? I think Andy was firing at people who were trying to come into the fort, defending it clearly. Dressing up again? Don't mind if I do. So how many of you know any Morse code?
Here at Nothe Fort we are really lucky. There is actually a wedding here today and they are going to be doing some live firing. Not sure if it's just one round or more, but we're going to find out very shortly.
When it comes to accessibility, Nothe Fort has got you covered, from accessible lifts that take you to all 3 levels, to disabled toilets, ramps everywhere. You can also hire a wheelchair for free if you need one, and even an accessible viewing area so you can enjoy the views. So we were really pleased to hear this week that they've announced that Nothe Fort is actually a finalist in the Dorset Tourism Awards for largest visitor attraction, and I think you can all agree it's well deserved, and we wish them all the best of luck, and hopefully they'll get a good result next month. Very windy up here as well, as you can probably hear. Wow, that's incredible. Oh, check out the views as well. These have got to be some of the best 360-degree views that we have around Weymouth. And look, you can see all the way around, all the way to Weymouth Bay. And of course, let's not forget this big gun. Café. Now there's an idea. I'm starving. Let's go and have something to eat before we go downstairs.
Right, we've settled down for lunch, and I've got the chicken cheese chorizo with sweet chilli sauce panini with some crisps, and Heather has gone for the cheese bacon, was that brie?
Brie and cranberry.
Brie and cranberry
And
bacon panini. Both look absolutely delicious. Let's tuck in.
So we've just eaten a really nice meal at the cafe. We've explored the whole of the upstairs area, every nook and cranny, and now we're heading down to the museum on the basement level and off to see the ghost tunnel, hopefully.
The arch is complete, but Heather's going to wreck it for us. And then hopefully rebuild it.
Build it again now though. All the bits are numbered. And there's a diagram, so you can't really go wrong. And I do build a lot of Lego, so hopefully I'll figure it out.
Should we let Heather in on a little secret?
What have I done wrong?
You've forgotten to put the wooden arch in.
What, that?
Yeah, then you build it around it.
Well, I was trying to make it complicated, wasn't I? It's only because he was getting bored of watching. I'm going to leave it half done so that other people can kind of join in. Really, basically, I just got bored.
So as we're walking down the corridors, there's all these different rooms, and each one has got little bits in it on how the fort was made and things to do, and little interactive bits as well. Like here we've got a D-Day exhibition, so let's have a look at this. Right, this was one of the shell hoists, so they used this to get the shells to the upper levels.
This water tank here was built and it holds over 50,000 gallons of water, and this was for the water supply for fresh water for cleaning, cooking and drinking. And as you can hear, it's got the most incredible echo. Echo! Wow. In 1983, this section of the Nothe Fort magazine was converted into a local authority emergency centre, more commonly known as a nuclear bunker. This conversion was government funded during the Cold War, when there were fears that tension between the USA and the Soviet Union increased the risk of a nuclear attack. The bunker had protective blast doors, communication facilities, air filtration, emergency power and a sleeping facility for 30 people in bunks. It's time to press the red button. Oh dear. It appears the red button's not working. So right inside here they've set up an Anderson air raid shelter, and these were designed to be buried in the garden. You can't imagine how eerie it would have been during an air raid to stay in one of these.
No longer used to transport artillery, this tunnel has become known as the Ghost Passage. Several soldiers lost their lives at the fort through accidents and disease. Since then, stories have been told of a whistling gunner stalking the dark passages. Paranormal investigators have detected an unearthly presence, and at night a hollow, fluted sound has been heard, accompanied by the sound of boots marching purposefully closer to the visitor. Are you ready? Let's go down the ghost tunnel. Have?
There you are.
That's so mean!
What? There's a bright light coming. Look out for the lights.
So that's it from us with our tour of Nothe Fort. I hope you enjoyed it, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button, that really helps us, and we'll see you in the next video.